Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. Feel free to relax, enjoy. This video is going to give you nothing but encouragement, support. We ask for guidance and clarification from our angels, our ancestors, our higher selves, God, source, universe, creator, however you want to define what cannot be defined. This is your space. This is a safe space where that's the only thing you're going to hear. We look at different oracle cards and ask for the guidance coming through those images. We've been recently going through Scot Howden's deck, Oracles of Light and Dreams, and just beautiful illustrations. I love this card from today. This is card number 47, Shield Maiden. And the first thing we always want to do, we do go through the actual book and read what is in the book for the description of the card. They always have a quote at the end that's very, very interesting always, and gives us more things to think about, more ways to incorporate the message into our daily lives and our experience. So very, very excited for today's card. 4 plus 7 is 11, which reduces down to a 2. That's those pillars, right? The 11, 1 and 1 on each side. So this is going to be a portal card, a portal message. And it's a very strong card in my opinion. The first thing, this is a strong person. This is a very strong person who knows their strength, who is not afraid to stand their ground if they need to be. But notice she does not at all look like she's on the offensive, that she's really aggressive. She knows her truth and she knows her strengths. She knows her weaknesses, and she has incorporated the whole thing. It's part of her armor. It's part of her crown. I love the horns coming off of her crown. Very, very close to the idea of those feathers again. Antenna getting those divine downloads directly. That's, a lot of times, a lot of those headgears that different shaman and wise people wore throughout all of the indigenous people throughout our history. And today, still, they are wearing these types of things on their heads because we believe that having that connection physically to your head and going around your head like that and then reaching up to the sky, that it's actually acting as an antenna. And we know whatever we believe is true for us. So there's no question. I love the earth energy of this card. Very, very grounded, but definitely not heavy, not weighed down in any way, This girl knows her boundaries, and she's not afraid to speak her truth, but she's going to be coming at it from a place of love and having that divine connection. So no action is wasted, and no action is done that is not necessary, that is not helpful towards going towards the path that she has in her mind, where she's going, what she wants to accomplish. I almost feel like she's an angel. Do you see the hills coming up behind her? Those almost look like wings because they are so even. I'm not sure that she's not an angel, Here may be another example of the feminine aspect of one of the Archangel Michael or his cater of angels that work with him. I would not be surprised at all. So that's the energy that I'm getting from the card directly. And feel free to leave your comments if you got a different or something similar or different, additional rather, energy message from just the image of the card itself. So I also noticed this beautiful rose kind of aura behind and surrounding her. Feel that that is her coming from that place of where she's surrounded by love and she's surrounded by peace, safety. She knows she's safe because she is in charge of how she's acting and how she's feeling, the words that she speaks, and the things that she's thinking. Uh, I've had some personal experiences recently, like within the past couple of days or so, of being reminded how important it is that we pay attention to what we're saying, that our words have power, our emotions have power, and most of the time we have some kind of emotion behind what we're saying when we speak out loud. There's an emotion there. There's joy or fear or, whatever, anxiety, peace. Those emotions are behind what we're saying, the words that we're speaking. And they have power. We know that everything is connected, that we live in a quantum field, singularity. All the time we are walking that event horizon, and knowing what we're saying, knowing what we're thinking, knowing how we're feeling. This girl has got a lock on that for sure. That's what I'm getting from this message, and that's what we are being reminded to do. That I was talking to my boyfriend about when I was young, growing up where I grew up, there wasn't a lot of water. So we knew how to do water conservation, and we did that on a regular basis, and the different things that we would do to help conserve water. And then I got a notice on our apartment building where I live that we had an emergency water leak and they had to turn off the water. And so the entire building had no water all day yesterday. And all of those things that I was talking about that I was used to doing previously, I ended up having to do that yesterday, bring those right back into play because we had no water all day yesterday in my building. It's back on today. So I'm just telling you, be careful of what you say. Make sure that what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you're doing, that it's all in alignment with what you want to have happen, with where you want to be going, with who you want to become. Make sure that you've got a good lock on that because your words have power. And I think that's what this girl is telling us. Let's see what it says in the book now that we've gone through all of that, and see if there's any correlation between what their message is. So again, card 47, Shield Maiden. Adopt the warrior spirit. Our keywords are courage, strength, determination, and adaptability. She was always determined, curious, and proud. As an infant, she helped with the fishing, livestock, and chores. As a girl, she learned how to sail, fight, navigate by the stars, and battle the angry seas. As a woman, she was courageous and strong. She was our savior, a beacon of power and hope in our time of need. By adopting the qualities of a warrior mindset in a thoughtful and balanced way, we can enable ourselves to be more readily adaptable to changing and challenging situations. The warrior spirit views obstacles as an opportunity to learn and succeed, and may manifest itself as discipline, courage, determination, commitment, strength, and integrity. And our quote today is from Lorne Balfe. Fate whispers to the warrior, you cannot withstand the storm. And the warrior whispers back, I am the storm. Wow. That's amazing. Yes, yes. So a very, very powerful card, a very, very powerful reading, adopting the qualities of a warrior mindset in a thoughtful and balanced way. So keep in mind, we're not talking about going out there and picking fights, going out there and stirring trouble, always having to be right, always having to prove our point. That's a difficult one for me. That's still a difficult one for me. It is something that I'm working on every single moment. I really, for some reason, that is something for me that always is a challenge. You may hear something in the background. I've got a jet engine. We've got a military base not far from us, and got one flying overhead, so you may hear that. Sorry about that. Some things are out of my control, and I can't do anything about it, so why would I get angry? Why would I get upset? Why would I let it bother me? I simply explain, oh, there's a jet plane going by, and everybody knows, and it's all good. It's kind of very much the same attitude with our shield maiden. She doesn't go out battling every single person, every single experience. You pick your battles. There are some things that you're going to have to stand your ground on. Some things that, for one reason or another, other people want to knock you out of your boat, want to, mess with your whatever. Just steer clear of that whole situation. You don't even need to be involved with those kind of people and that kind of stuff. You don't have to prove your point. You don't have to prove them wrong. You can simply hold up your hands and say, no worries, you go do you, boo, and I'm going to go do me. And off we go. If they have a problem with that, that's their problem, not yours. Okay? I strongly recommend, if you are not familiar with Don Miguel Ruiz and the Four Agreements, I highly recommend that book. I feel that it's a really good correlation with the Shield Maiden. Not taking things personally, always doing your best, not expecting things. And there's a fourth one. I think I combine two of them always, but definitely read that book if you are not familiar with that. The idea is we accept what is our truth and let everybody else accept what is true for them. We don't have to prove any points. If anybody picks a fight with us, they're not going to get one. We just put up that shield, put that where we got that bubble in place, our bubble of peace, our bubble of safety, because we know who we are. And nobody's going to say anything that's going to change our mind. So why would we worry about what somebody says? Okay? So there we are. There's the reading for today. I love you. Have the most amazing, fantastic day. Feel free to leave comments if you would like on anything about the reading. If you'd like the collective to send you healing, energy, strength, we're doing that anyways. Okay? If no one has told you recently, you are awesome. Okay? You can't say that anymore because I just said it to you. You are awesome. You're going to rock this. Have the most fantastic day. Namaste and ciao for now.